Hello, everybody, and we are live. And as you can tell by the sound of my voice, I am super excited and pumped about this today because honestly, this has been one of the things that I have personally been working on the most or overseeing the most within Aimfox. Today's topic is going to be scaling outreach with rental LinkedIn profiles. And yeah, I mean, it's just going to be me and you guys. So we're not going to be bringing anybody external for the discussion because I think in the audience, we have loads of people that are going to have loads of cool questions. So the idea today is going to be just me presenting the whole concept, how things work under the hood, and then having you guys in the audience engage and ask any questions you might have. And I already see some comments coming in. Hi, Thomas. And yeah, I mean, I just want to give a few more minutes for people to join. We already have quite a few people on. We have almost 300 people registered for this webinar. So hey guys, all right, I'm seeing some love being shared in the comments. Thank you. Very, very excited to have this topic. And yeah, so as we're getting started, I'd love to hear from, I see already people are already saying where they're coming from. Let us know where you're from, which region, which part of the world. I'm sitting in Belgrade, Serbia currently, and this is where most of the Aimfox team is. However, we do have quite a bit of people spread a little bit all over the place. Hi, Darko. And yeah, I mean, as we get into this, I want to give you just a bit of a backstory as to why we decided to go down the route of rental LinkedIn profiles. And this is actually something that we started working on practically a year ago now, or even a little more. And it took us a while to iron everything out because there are so many different ways you can approach this, right? But the bottom line is I was having a discussion a year and a half ago with a very good friend of mine, Felipe. He was at the time, he was leading a lot of the growth at Instantly. And then he moved over to another amazing sequencer, Email Bison, for cold emailing. And Felipe was saying, like, you guys are coming into a populated market and you need to do something that is going to just like break it and just make everybody rethink how they use LinkedIn. And that was like the inception of the concept of avatars or renting LinkedIn profiles to scale. Because the main reason why teams are going more for cold emailing over LinkedIn outreach, it's not the results. Like, you get better reply rates on LinkedIn than you do on emails. Everybody knows that. It's the scalability. Because if you want to reach out to like 500, 1,000, 5,000 leads per day, you're a lot more likely to be able to do that with emailing than with LinkedIn. And basically, that's the problem that we decided we want to solve. Bringing scalability into LinkedIn outreach. So as I said, today's session is going to be interactive. Just to lay it out for you, I'm going to talk a little bit about different types of profiles that we have at Aimfox, how we source them, how we build them, what we give to you guys. However, I'm going to leave a lot of room for questions. So as I'm speaking, as you have things popping into your mind, just ask away, and I'll be very, very happy to get those questions. And then at the end, towards the end of the webinar, I'm actually going to invite some users from the audience, it might be you, to join me live, turn their camera on, and just continue the discussion on this topic. Now, if you want to join this webinar and basically turn your camera on and go online, I'm sending you a link that you can use to join as a guest. So you should be able to see the StreamYard link, and yeah, just hop in, and we will be happy to bring you on. All right. So let's start kicking this off. We basically have, like, in the last year, we've played around with different approaches on how to do this. So, and basically there are two ways you can go at it. One is going down the route of just using AI generated profiles that don't belong to real people. And the second option is going for real ID verified accounts that do belong to real people. Now, there are pros and cons for both of these options, and mainly, like, the main reason why we are currently almost strictly focusing on real ID verified accounts is because the stability. These accounts, they just don't get banned, and you still get, like, all the customization options, but these accounts are just a lot more stable. What we've seen, initially we were focusing more on these AI generated profiles. And these are profiles that we've been creating in-house, nurturing them, warming them up, and growing them, and then giving them to clients. What we've seen happening is, in reality, these accounts would get like a 10 to 15% monthly ban rate. And they take a long time to build up. So it takes us a long time to get them to a state where they're ready. And then there's the whole compliance discussion. Like, how compliant is this? The advantage with the ID verified accounts is that, these people, they sign a contract with Aimfox, and they lease their LinkedIn profiles to us, and we sublease their profiles to you. So they're, in a way, your virtual employees that you can use for your outreach. And I'm going to actually show you what some of these profiles look like. So I'm going to show you two ID verified accounts, and I'm going to show you two AI generated accounts that we built and grew in-house. So let me go ahead really quickly and share my screen. Just let me know if you can see, like, once I share, and you should be able to see this. Yes, you do. Awesome. So, all right. So here we have an example of an ID verified account, and you're going to see that they have a check mark here, which means they're verified, 500 plus connections, US based. And this is what we offer. This is what we are currently focusing on offering. You can also see that you can customize these accounts. You can put your own banner photo. You can put the company you want, and you can customize the about section and everything else. This is another example of an ID verified account. So, again, 500 plus connections, US based, good headline. Still, you get to do all of the customizations that you need to do. And here we have an example of an AI generated account. Now, this is a profile that we built in-house, and he does have a Serbian first and last name. But this account was created like a year ago, and it's been used by multiple clients, and you still get all of these customization options. Here's another one of those. So this is another account that is AI generated. This one has slightly less connections, but still the location, the headline, and all the customization options. And the profile photos do look good. So in essence, like, there is nothing wrong with these accounts. It's only a question of stability, basically, and the extra trust that you might get with the verification checkmark. And just talking about like the customization real quick, going back to Dean, you get to build this account up. So you get to say, hey, I want to have this this company experience in this field, and you basically customize their positions, their previous experience, the headline, the banner, the everything that you need. And I think my screen was actually not showing because I just see it disappeared. Guys, were you able to see my screen when I was showing you these accounts? Yes, no? All right. Well, we will share examples and links of these accounts as well. Okay, yes. Okay, you were able to see it. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So that's so basically like that's the point of the concept. Like the concept is we want to bring in the methodology from cold emailing where we say, hey, like you want to scale your campaigns, you need more on emailing, more mailboxes, but on LinkedIn, you need more LinkedIn accounts. And that is the whole idea behind this. We have clients that have hundreds of rented LinkedIn profiles from us, and that are absolutely crushing it with their campaigns. And we will be doing more webinars with them and educational content to show you guys, because it's not as obvious to set everything up, but like once you go through the initial phase, it just gets super smooth. So in terms of like our offer now, our offer is you pay $129 per month to get an avatar. You get an Aimfox license included in that price, and you get an ID verified profile, basically. Because right now we want to focus on stability. We want to give you guys the best possible experience. Now, this is probably going to change because we are working on some large batches of accounts that like are going to be AI generated, and they're probably going to be at a lower price point. But this is the offer now. So, all right. I've been going on for about 13 minutes. I need to take a sip of Red Bull, and then I'm gonna bring on some questions here. All right. Ooh, I love this one. All right. What is the difference between you and mirror profiles? Okay, mirror profiles, basically they're, for those of you who don't know, they're exclusively a provider of rented LinkedIn accounts. Now, mirror profile does only AI generated accounts, so fake LinkedIn profiles. Now, the first difference is that we give you ID verified accounts. And second difference is their price is about, I think, $150 or $180 per LinkedIn profile. And you need to get the platform on top of that. And then lastly, also with a very important thing to note, with our profiles, you're able to go up to 200 connection requests per week. So this means that, and with mirror profiles and with any other provider, and we've tested all of them, you're able to do 100, 120 at max. So when you take into account how much Aimfox costs, how much the profiles from Aimfox cost, and how many leads you're gonna be able to contact with these accounts, you're gonna see that the difference is just like 2x or 3x. But thank you for the question. Very good question. All right, let's go into another one. I saw one good one here, or there are a lot of good ones. And here is another one. How do we log into an avatar account if we want to change experiences? So when you complete a purchase through the Aimfox platform, you basically get a form that you need to fill out with the customization details, and our team does that for you. Now, in the pipeline, we're building a fully automated system that is through the platform. You're going to upload the banner, the company, all of that stuff, and we will automatically update that stuff. Currently, we are still doing that by hand. So the changes, basically, you fill out a customization form. Our back office team goes into this profile and changes what they need to change as per your request. Now, if you need access to these accounts, we've recently started giving access to these profiles to the users as well, to you guys. So in case you need access to this profile, you can get it, but in essence, you don't need it because we just set everything up for you. We put them in your workspace, and currently, we're delivering profiles within 1 or 2 business days. We put them in your workspace, they're warmed up, and they're ready to go, and you just put them in an outbound campaign you already have running or you're launching, and you just start getting leads. We just wanted to make it as smooth as possible. And just for those of you wondering, is this session being recorded? Yes, it is, and it's going to be live on our YouTube channel. However, do stick around until the end because I think there's going to be a lot of value coming up. And all right, yeah. How many verified avatars you have now? Mainly in Europe and Central Europe. So basically, we do not have any stock restraints. So if you tell us, that you need 50 avatars, 100 avatars, we can fulfill those orders. The only thing slowing down the delivery currently is the fact that it just takes us a while to do and schedule all of these customizations and changes on these profiles. So that might slow it down on some big orders. But we can cover any order size. And if with really big order sizes, the delivery might be delayed. Instead of 1 to 2 days, it might be 2-3 days. Again, just because of the work we need to put in to set everything up. Yeah, hope that was clear. Ooh, there are a lot of questions here. All right. Wall Street Oasis. When an account is restricted and LinkedIn asks for verification, what happens? Like driver license or ID? Excellent question. Now, again, 2 types of profiles, ID verified, AI generated. When the AI generated profiles get prompted for an ID verification, they're done. So there's nothing we can do. And then we basically just replace the account and you get a new profile. However, as I've said, we are currently almost exclusively focusing on ID verified accounts, and an account being ID verified means that the original owner just needs to redo the ID verification. We've seen this happen not often at all, so it's not something you should be expecting in your experience. However, if it does happen, we are basically, the user is prompted, the owner of the account is prompted to reconnect the profile to Aimfox, and this gets done within 48 hours. If it doesn't get done within 48 hours, you have the right to ask for a replacement or for a new profile, basically. And we have to provide. All right. Are you able to send in-mails? Oh man, we're just hammering these questions. I'm just going at it like one after the other, and I can't keep up. They just keep coming in. I love this. It's very dynamic. Let me take another sip of Red Bull. All right, so are you able to send in-mails? Yes, you are. However, as probably some of you know here, LinkedIn limits how many in-mails you can send, how many free in-mails you can send if you don't have a Sales Navigator license. Now, what are free in-mails and how do you send them? Basically, through Aimfox, you can identify open profiles that have opted in to receive free in-mails. And we automatically identify these profiles and you send them the in-mails. Now, as soon as you reach your monthly in-mail limit, which if you don't have Sales Navigator is going to be pretty low, it's going to be like 100, 200 maybe in-mails per month with these avatars as well. Then you're going to need a Sales Navigator license. And basically with the Sales Navigator license, you're going to get more free in-mails you're going to be able to send. And then you're going to hit your limit. And this is what becomes really cool. And Aimfox is actually the only tool that gives you this option. We give you an option to stack Sales Navigator licenses and switch between them just to keep on running the in-mails. So what this means is you're going to have a Sales Navigator license, and that's going to allow you to send like another 200, 300 in-mails that month, or maybe 400 in-mails that month, or sorry, that week. And you hit the limit. You put another Sales Navigator license on the profile, and you can manage this through Aimfox, and then the limit resets. And you can just keep on going. It's kind of like an infinite loop. A lot of people like on Twitter, X, and like LinkedIn are like hiding how they actually do this. But like there's no point in hiding it. You just need to have multiple Sales Nav licenses on one profile, and you just rotate the Sales Nav licenses. And we give you functionality for that. So thank you for that very, very good question. All right. Let me catch up. Okay, so I see one here saying, I worry about the HeyReach recent restriction. So yeah, HeyReach got banned on LinkedIn, and obviously they're a competitor of ours. But this is like, these avatars also handle the risk aspect very nicely, because one of the biggest objections that people working with clients, so agencies, get is, I don't want you to use my own LinkedIn profile because I'm afraid it might get banned. Now with Aimfox, like, your profiles don't get banned. However, you still need to explain that to the client. Now, the sales process for agencies is a lot smoother if you just tell them, hey, I don't need anything from you. Like, I'm going to get the profiles, I'm going to customize them, and we're going to scale your campaigns, and that's it. And we're not going to touch your primary or your personal profiles. And that is also one very good use case, because it just removes that initial objection that every client has when working with an agency that is doing LinkedIn outreach. And I'm sure a lot of you guys in the audience are agencies and have seen similar issues. Okay, I need to take a breath. All right. Here's another good question. Is there a way to get real-time notifications on when our avatar gets a reply or somebody talks to them? Yes, so there is. We have a native Slack integration, for example. So if Slack is a good place for that notification to land, that is something you can do. And then also we have webhooks you can set up and basically just prompt or basically just receive a notification anywhere that you see that you need it to come, and then just act on it. So yeah, again, check out our integrations. We integrate with practically every tool in the GTM space. Oh, this is a really good one from Omar. If a large number of accounts working for your business get banned, is there a risk to your business LinkedIn profile? So we've gotten this question a lot. So yeah, I mean, you're worried that your company page is going to get banned if you have a huge ban wave happening. Now, honestly, I cannot give you a 100% answer because we've never had big ban waves happen. But what I can tell you is that we've never had any issues with any company pages getting banned due to the profiles that are working on these company pages. And honestly, like if you would ask my honest opinion, I think that like there is no way to even if you were to have like a huge ban wave, I would still be pretty sure that there is no way that that company page will get banned for one simple reason, because there is a lot of like abuse potential there, because you can put that you work at any company. So, hypothetically, I could nuke any company page by just putting a bunch of fake profiles and just getting them banned. So yeah, that's a good question, Omar. But I'm pretty sure that with Aimfox, I'm 100% sure that's not going to happen. But like even if you're using these other providers, I'm pretty confident that as things stand currently, the LinkedIn profile page is not going to get affected by this. By the way, just taking a bit of a break here. I see a lot of questions that are specific, and there are a lot of specific use cases. And I think this will be a great opportunity for those of you who are interested in learning more about the avatars and just like how they would fit into your use case. It will be a great opportunity to book a call with our team and just basically take 30 minutes in the calendar and just go through what your goal is, what you're trying to achieve, and see how Aimfox can help you do that, basically. So I'm going to ask, I know Andre from our team is sitting behind the stage. Andre, if you can just drop the schedule a call link, maybe in the live chat, it will be helpful to people. And then you guys in the audience, you can feel free to schedule a call with our sales team and talk about it. It's coming. Wall Street Oasis. The calendar link is coming in a second. Andre will be sending it through, and here it is. It just landed. Yeah, and I see people already very interested in the call. Is there a link for agency 500 plus seats? Yeah, you can use this link. It's gonna be just fine, and then like our team will help you out there. Okay, so I mean, hey, like let's go for a few more questions. There is an abundance of them. Valentin, how many messages can we send with these profiles per month? Okay, very good question. So I'm just taking a pen and a paper here, and let's do some quick numbers. So with one LinkedIn profile, you can reach out to 200. You can send 200 connection requests per week, and you're probably going to be able to send another, let's just say conservatively, without Sales Navigator, another 50 free emails per week. And let's say you're going to be able to do 250 unique leads per week per LinkedIn profile. Now, on a monthly basis, that's going to allow you to reach out to 1,000 leads with one LinkedIn profile, roughly. And the way the flow on Aimfox works is you send a connection request, and then you send a messaging sequence. And basically, all of these 1,000 leads, they're going to get the first message. But you're also, like, once you have them in your network, there are no issues in doing like a 3-4 sequence, message sequence outreach. So you can send, like in terms of messages, you can send thousands of messages per month from one LinkedIn profile. But the better number to look at is how many unique leads can you contact with one profile. And I would say, 1,000 would be the upper limit, but like very realistically, 800-ish a month with one LinkedIn profile. But like one thing, like I just like always like to point out is that, if you're not getting 30% of your connection requests accepted, and if you're not getting 20% reply rates, then there is something wrong with your campaign. And it can be one of a number of things. Maybe the profile you're using for outreach is not customized enough and doesn't look good enough. Maybe the list of leads you're reaching out to is just not active on LinkedIn. You know, they might be working well for your cold emailing stuff, but that audience just might not be using their LinkedIn like on a daily basis. So with Aimfox, we have some like really unique, and when I say unique, I really mean it, unique filters that you should use and leverage to make sure that you only engage with active people from your list. For example, one of those filters is if they have a premium LinkedIn license, or if their profile is ID verified, then you should prioritize those leads and reach out to those leads to get better results. And I mean, yeah, and Valentin say so. So let's say we get 20 rented profiles plus 10 in-house profiles. That's absolutely fine. And that's actually a good strategy. So I always suggest, and I instruct our team to always suggest that you do a mix of your in-house profiles and the rented profiles. The best strategy that I've seen work is you use your own LinkedIn profiles, your in-house profiles, to validate the campaigns, to get those reply rates, to get those results at a certain scale. And then you use these profiles not to experiment, but to amplify and scale these campaigns, basically. So let's say you're doing it with 10 profiles, you want a 3x, you add another 20 LinkedIn profiles into the equation, and all of a sudden you should be getting 3 times more leads for your client or for your business. So very good question, Valentin. Thank you for asking. And yeah, I'm just going to do another sip, keep my energy high. All right, let's go. What exactly is included in the rental account service? Do you offer replacement supports, login setup? Yes. So basically, you know, we like, if you're doing anything at any scale, we really like to have you on our Slack workspace. So usually we would create a shared Slack channel where you would get an account manager who you would communicate with. So you have like the regular in-app live chat support, but here you're going to have access to an account manager that is just going to be helping you basically strategize, build, and scale things. If an account gets banned, if it's an ID verified account, if we don't get it, if it gets an ID verification prompt, sorry, not banned. If we don't get the ID verification resolved within 48 hours, we give you the option. We give you the option to get a replacement account. And yeah, login setup. Again, we help you out with everything you need. I think we're like the most hands-on team with our agencies, with our clients, with our users. So whatever you guys need, I mean, we go above and beyond to help you out. Okay, so this is another good one. A lot of really, really good questions here. How long does it typically take to warm up accounts before we start sending full outreach? So the amazing thing here is with Aimfox, these accounts come already warmed up. So, okay, so they come warmed up and you can start them off at 120, 150 connection requests per week. So that's the tempo. And we automatically set up a warm-up mechanism that ramps these interactions up to 200 per week over a period of 2 weeks. So out of the box, when you get them, you're going to be able to do like 70% of maximum capacity. And then you're going to need another 2 weeks to get from 70% capacity to like 100% outbound capacity. But right out of the box, you're able to literally put them directly in a campaign you already have running and just start using them for outreach and scaling your replies. Could you offer trial avatars to try out before committing to the 3-month rental? Sadly, no. We don't have a free trial option here. The reason is that the way the process works is with these ID verified accounts, we pay these people upfront for access to their LinkedIn profile, and so we have an upfront cost. And then the reason why we ask for a 3-month commitment with these accounts is because we let you customize everything you need on these profiles. If you end up after 30 days just saying, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, we're stuck with a fully customized account that we just can't re-customize because it's just going to look very inorganic for LinkedIn and it's going to cause problems with that profile. Now, this is where things stand currently. Again, depending on where you're at, depending on when you're watching this video, things might change. The price might change, and I can talk really quickly about the price. So the $129 per month for an ID verified profile with a license, Aimfox license, is a crazy deal. And the tendency is that plan for ID verified accounts is probably going to cost more than $129 per month. However, we plan on reintroducing the AI generated accounts in the coming months, and I don't have a specific timeline yet. And these are going to be at a lower price point than the current $129, because we wanna push adoption as much as possible, but we also need to make sure that our profit margins make sense. And yeah, but again, depending on when you're watching this, make sure you check it out. Again, like if you're on this live now, like if you get them at 129, that price is never going to change. So it's never going to go up. So like now is a good opportunity to lock them in. And yes, as Brian said here, we do require a 3-month commitment, minimum 3-month commitment to get the ID verified account. And yeah, the elephant in the room, and I want to bring these questions up because these are super important to handle. So aren't LinkedIn accounts against their terms and conditions? So the ID verified LinkedIn profiles, by our interpretation, are not. And the reason is because these are not fake people. We're not promoting any type of fake engagement with these accounts. And these accounts belong to real people. These people sign a legally binding document, a commitment to work with us and to lease us their profiles. They are fully aware what's happening on the account. And our interpretation is that this is an equivalent of you hiring a VA or an SDR that is working remotely for you and that you're using for outreach. Now, that's for the ID verified accounts. For the AI generated accounts, that topic is a little more debatable, but honestly, thinking about like the age that we live in with AI and AI content and all of that, I think platforms are just becoming more and more open to that concept. And we see this across Instagram, across TikTok, across LinkedIn as well. So as long as like we're not promoting any fake activity, any scams, and if they're being used for a legitimate business purpose, then our opinion is that that this is acceptable. And again, we are the gatekeeper here. So we're not going to allow you to promote unethical products or unethical sales through these profiles. So we keep an eye and we monitor on that. Thank you for the question. All right. So 40 minutes in. Wow. Okay. Time is flying. I've been hammering questions for like 25 minutes now. We're going to do a few more, but if anybody is interested in hopping onto this live and actually asking me any type of question they have live, I want to discuss it. I'm posting again the URL here to join the studio. So if you click this link, you're going to join the waiting room. I see we have some people in the waiting room. The only thing I'm going to ask you is just to turn on your camera when you come, and then I will be happy to accept you guys. And we have Omar here in the audience. And Omar, I'm going to be putting you on stage in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, how you doing? You all right?
Hey, Omar. Very good, my friend. Very good. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for the webinar. Really interesting so far.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. All right. Where are your thoughts at? Shoot.
So I got 2 questions. So I run an AI outbound agency. I focus on email, and a big part of what I do is making each message personalized. So the first question I have is, how can you make it so that the automated message sequences you send to each person can be personalized at scale when you're adding the messages in? And the second question I had is, are you able to post using these rented accounts? Because I feel like if someone clicks on the account, if there's like relevant content based on your organization, that adds to the credibility compared to account with no posts.
You're right. You're right. Okay, so on the personalization question, so we're going to give you the basic set of custom variables that you can use. So like company name, first name, last name, like industry, basically anything that we can pick up from the lead's LinkedIn profile. So that is the data set that we work with. And within Aimfox, you have the option to access those custom variables. Now, we also do one unique thing that is insanely cool and we give you the option to basically, let me rephrase this. So if you have, for example, 1,000 leads in your campaign, we collect the data from all of their LinkedIn profiles, so from 1,000 individual LinkedIn profiles, and we give that data to ChatGPT. And we give you an option within Aimfox to do this like magic wand, like where you prompt that data and use that data for custom copy. So for example, you can say like, check out their location and complement their country. And you're going to get a custom message or a custom sentence for every one of those 1,000 leads, depending on their unique location. Of course, you can do this based on industry, based on company, etc. And then lastly, you also have the option to collaborate with other tools, such as Clay, for example, to do these kinds of things and just integrate Aimfox with these tools and then send the messages as custom variables for leads. So I think we cover every use case for this. And if that answers your first question, I'm going to answer your second question, and that is the post. So this is a bit of a touchy subject. For the again, I'm going to focus on the ID verified accounts because those are the ones that we are almost exclusively delivering now. And basically, what we usually tell users is you can repost posts from your profiles. A repost is okay. Up until now, we are trying to stay away from doing the actual posts because there it gets a little bit delicate with real people, because what might happen is that the account owner is going to be like, yeah, I don't agree with that. Like, you're posting in my name. So it's a little bit delicate. What we do allow is reposting of existing posts. So for example, if you have posts, Omar, on your LinkedIn profile, these profiles can repost those posts.
Okay, that makes sense.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for hopping on, man. And cool. Okay, so let's handle some more questions, and we can give a chance to people to join if somebody else wants to come onto the show. Omar, thank you for hopping in. So let me take a look at this. And yeah, so this is practically what was just asked. Can we do LinkedIn posts from the rendered profiles? I think I handled that. So basically, you can repost posts. And yes, this question was also handled. 129 per month, quarterly avatar. Yes, it's quarterly billing, and it's definite. We're pretty strict there at this point, and we're trying to keep it leveled across, just give the same terms to everybody. Again, we are committed to working with you guys, but we also want to make sure that you're going to be committed to using these profiles, because we also put in a lot of resources, like human resources, to like make sure you succeed. Where we work with you, you get an account manager, because we believe in the fact that, like, if you succeed, we're gonna make money, but we need to help you get to that finish line or across that certain benchmark. So we work a lot with you for that reason. Mainly, we need to know that you are committed to using us for at least 3 months. All right, so we're not going to be able to handle all the questions. That's becoming clear. 48 minutes in, and I know, like, if you have like specific questions for your use case, again, I prompt you to check out the Calendly link and to book a call with our team. We are open to doing one-on-one call. As I said, we want to work with you to help you succeed here. And another good place that would be awesome if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're going to be doing more and more stuff on that YouTube channel, and you're going to be finding more and more advanced resources. We have a video scheduled that's going to be talking about sending emails to open profiles. We are going to tell you how to get data from, for example, how to identify people who follow company pages of your competitors. And we're going to be sharing a lot of different things on the YouTube channel. So it would be amazing if you would give us a follow or a subscribe on the YouTube channel. That would be just amazing. I think we handled pretty much every burning question there is. I'm trying to think if anything else comes to mind. Again, just about the customization. So you are able to change the banner photo. You're able to change the location of the profile. So it can be United States, it can be Europe, it can be wherever you need it to be. You can change the current position, and you can also change the past experiences on these profiles. You can change the language, the skills. Basically, everything that you see is customizable. The only thing we might ask you sometimes is just like, if we're changing a lot of things, just to give us like 2-3 days for all of the changes to take place, because we don't want to change a billion things at once. But I mean, we're trying to make like the gold standard here for rentals. And like, my vision with Aimfox is I want to make LinkedIn outreach as scalable as emailing is. If you're doing cold emailing in the audience, like a question, like how many leads do you usually reach out to per day? So for clients or for yourself, it's probably going to be like in the hundreds, maybe in the thousands. And I am very confident that we can match that number with LinkedIn profiles. We have people reaching out to 10,000 leads per day with LinkedIn avatars, 10,000 plus leads per day. And just imagine getting like 5,000 connection requests accepted, and then getting another 20% reply rates. That's insane. It's 1,000 replies per day that you can get. And I know a team that is doing close to this, and they have 6 inbox managers just hammering replies all day long. But you can imagine what kind of results that gets. And And I'm going to wrap it up with this one last question is, are you going to get integration into Clay? Please, yes. Like we keep on getting, I'm going to be very public about this. Like, we keep on getting delayed. We were communicated that Q2 this year, we're gonna be talking about it. Q2 has arrived, and I hope that we get a native integration as soon as possible. However, you can still integrate Aimfox with Clay through the HTTP API. It's very straightforward to do, but it's just not as nice as the native integration. We have material on our YouTube about this and in our knowledge base. But yeah, that's a big pain point that I have, and I hope we're gonna get that integration soon. And if you know anybody at Clay, send them a message and ask them to put Aimfox on the roadmap, because I mean we want it. All right. Okay, I'm gonna regret doing this solo thing for 52 minutes because I think my throat is gonna go completely sore tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, with that, we're gonna be wrapping this up, and I still see we still have questions coming in. We can't get to all of them, but do reach out to our team, schedule a call, talk to us, and we're gonna work with you. The aim of the game is make LinkedIn outreach as scalable as email outreach. And that's my goal, that's my vision. And with that, thank you very much for joining this live today, for hanging in here, for asking all of these amazing questions. I'm going to wrap this up, and yeah, you guys know where to find us. A recording of this video will be shared to everybody. And yeah, and okay, I got to do this one. Did I miss the special offer? Now, the offer in itself is already special because you can't get this anywhere at this scale and at this quantity. The special offer is this. If you get the profiles at $129 per month built quarterly now, we can guarantee that price is never going to increase for you down the road. And as I said, we will be probably making a pricing differentiation between, not probably, most certainly, ID verified accounts are probably going to go up to $169 per month. But if you grab them now at $129, you're going to just have that forever, even past your quarterly billing period. So that is a special offer. And thank you very much for joining, guys. I would love to keep on chatting, but I think my voice is going to start giving out on me here. So have an amazing day, and thank you for hanging in with us.